Welcome to this 30-minute yoga flow where we're going to focus on back bending. So we'll work especially towards King Pigeon pose, and I hope this will be a challenging class for you. Let's get started. Sitting on the shins, so hips onto the heels. If that gives you any pain in the knees, of course you can just find a normal cross-legged seat. And with the next inhale, let's roll the shoulders up towards the ears. And exhale all the way down the spine, softly closing down your eyes, arriving on your mat. And the reason why I hope this might be a challenge for you this class is because it is so important and so good to regularly challenge ourselves. If we don't grow and if we don't ever move out of our famous comfort zone, we're not really making any progress, right? And for me, that's been a huge realization that making progress gives me the best feeling ever. And that's just what makes me feel good about myself and makes me feel alive. So for today's practice, I invite you to focus on challenging yourself, focusing on making progress. Let's keep the eyes still closed, but reach your arms all the way up above the head, bringing the palms to touch and lowering the hands in front of the heart, setting the intention to explore our full potential. Let's blink the eyes open from here. And again, inhale, reach your arms all the way up, palms together. Interlace the fingers now all the way down to the webbing and reach your arms up, flipping the palms upwards. Inhale here, lift the chest, arch your spine. And with the exhale, chin to your chest, rounding the spine, reaching the arms long in front. Again, inhale to reach up, opening the chest, look up. And with the exhale, finding a full rounding in the spine, arms forward. One more time, inhale to reach up, finding space in the chest and the spine. And exhale to round, chin to your chest. The next time that we reach the arms all the way up, release the grip of your hands and come into a toe sit by tucking all 10 toes under. Hips are on the heels. It's an intense stretch, I know. Let's stay with it. Let's challenge ourselves. And then interlace your hands behind the spine. Bring the palms together and then reach the arms away from you. So lifting the palms up and lifting the chin up, arching your spine, opening the chest. And from here, let's bring the hands to the outside of our right waist. So over to the right and softly now lower the right ear towards the right shoulder. Soften the left shoulder down, finding a gentle stretch in the left side of the neck. And then come back to center. Reach your arms back and up, opening the chest. Inhale. And with the exhale, hook your palms to the outside of the left waist now. And bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. The right shoulder softens down and we stretch into the right side of the neck. And slowly back to center, reaching the arms up and back, and then releasing the grip and bringing the palms down into the mat. Untuck your toes. You can tap the tops of the feet into the mat. And let's sit back and lean back. So hovering the knees off the mat, stretching into the tops of the feet, into the ankles. Maybe you can even bring your hands in front of the heart, finding some balance here. And let's lower the knees back down into the mat. Bring your palms down. So we're coming into our tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders and the knees directly underneath the hips. And let's first move a little bit into the wrists by pointing the fingertips towards the knees. If that's too much, you can also have the fingers pointing towards the side of the mat. And we're gonna lean slightly forward and slightly back. So starting to stretch into the wrists here. If you have the fingers pointing towards the sides, then you can just shift from left to right. Otherwise, leaning slightly forward and back, bringing the hips towards the heels, and the palms can lift off the mat here, so they don't have to stay glued in the mat. And the next time you lean back, stay there, maybe finding a slight bend in the elbows to stretch all the way into the fingers. And a release, bring the palms back normally down into the mat. Let's move into our cat-cows. Inhale to drop the belly, lift the gaze, arch your spine. And exhale, chin to your chest, rounding, press the palms into the mat. Inhale to arch the spine, look up. And exhale to round. Last time, inhale to arch. Exhale, find your cat pose, fully rounding the spine. And let's one more time come back into our cow tilt. And from here, walk your hands towards the front of the mat. Coming straight into our puppy's pose, heart melting pose by bringing chin and chest down into the mat or the forehead down, keeping the hips on top of the knees or a bit forward to make space for the chest to come closer towards the mat. And stretching into the shoulders, the upper spine, the neck. You know, this is one of my absolute favorite poses. It's so effective to open up the whole upper body. And let's now slide all the way forward, coming down onto the belly, extending the arms wide into a capital T shape. And then come onto the left fingertips and roll onto the right hip, stretching into the right shoulder, maybe staying here, or you can also step the left foot behind the right leg, shifting even more weight onto the right shoulder, reaching the left arm up and over. Maybe you can find opposite fingertips behind the spine, keeping the right ear down into the mat, and slowly release, rolling back onto your belly. Extend the left arm long to the side and roll onto the left hip, pressing into the right fingertips, maybe stepping the right foot behind the left leg and reaching the right arm all the way back. Maybe you can find opposite fingertips behind the spine. Staying for one more full breath in. And with the exhale, rolling back onto the belly, bring your palms underneath your shoulders and then press into the palms to lift all the way up into our high cobra. So broaden through the chest, through the collarbones, draw the shoulders away and try not to collapse into the shoulders here, but really pressing out of the palms to find length in the whole upper spine, the whole upper body. And maybe coming into our upward facing dog by lifting the thighs away from the mat. So press so much into the tops of the feet that the thighs lift up. And let's bring the gaze now over the right shoulder. So looking back, inhale through center. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. And inhale back through center. Exhale, rolling over the tops of the feet to come into our first downward facing dog. Lift your hips up high and then start to find movement here. So bending the knees, bending the feet, moving the hips from side to feel out this down dog. Taking this as a chance to notice how your body's feeling today, if there's any stiffness, any tightness. You can even close your eyes to really tune fully inwards. And whenever you're ready, come to find stillness in your down dog, making sure the feet are hip distant apart, palms shoulder distant with the fingers spread wide apart. And with the next inhale, we're gonna reach the right leg all the way up for our three-legged dog. Inhale in. And exhale, bend the right knee and slowly step the right foot to the outside of the left leg, coming into our wild thing, reaching the right arm all the way back, opening the chest, taking one deep inhale in, and exhale, return back into our three-legged dog, lifting the right leg up, And with the exhale, bring the right knee towards the left elbow and step the right foot through, coming into our fallen triangle. Left arm sweeps up and over, opening the chest here. Inhale. And exhale, lower the left palm back down and come back into your three-legged dog. Sweeping the right leg back up. Inhale in. And with the exhale, bring the right knee into your chest and let's step the right foot between the palms, lower the left knee down and tuck the left toes, making sure right knee is on top of the right ankle, hips are squared, so left hip forward, right hip back. And inhale, reach your arms up, Untitled, finding length through the arms, proud through the chest, lifting up, inhaling in. Exhale, interlace your fingers and bring the palms to the back of your head. So cradling your head and leaning back. So really sink your head into your palms, opening the chest, finding that back bend. One more inhale. And exhale, release, bring your fingertips down into the mat. Tuck the left toes and step the left foot forward, meeting the right. And inhale, finding our halfway lift, hands sliding onto the shins or all the way up to the thighs, finding length in the spine, in the neck. If you have really open hamstrings, you can also keep your fingertips down in the mat. With the next exhale, fold forward, bring your forehead to your shins. You can always bend your knees here. Inhale, let's rise all the way up, high mountain, palms to touch. And exhale, bring your hands in front of the heart and then release your arms by the sides. Mountain pose, Tadasana, rooting the feet down into the mat and trying to take any arch in the spine out of the pose here. So try to hug the belly button to your spine and soften the shoulders away from the ears. Standing up tall, reconnecting with our intention of challenging ourselves to tap into our fullest potential. We aren't even aware of how much potential there is within us that we haven't discovered yet. Inhale, let's reach the arms up, palms to touch. Exhale, bend your elbows, cactus your arms, open your chest, slight bend in the knees, finding that back bend. And inhale, reaching back up and folding forward. Exhale out. Inhale for our halfway lift, your version, finding length. And exhale to plant the palms and step the right foot all the way back. Lower the right knee down into the mat, untuck the right toes and rise up, bringing the hands onto the hips to make sure the hips are squared. Right hip forward, left hip back, making sure left knee is on top of the left ankle. And if there's ever any pain in the right knee, you can always double up your mat. With the next inhale, let's reach the arms up for Untitled, finding length all the way into the fingertips. And again, interlacing the fingers to cradle the head with your palms, leaning the head back, opening the chest, melting the right hip forward and down. Full inhale. And exhale, release your palms down into the mat, tuck the right toes, and then press into your palms to sweep the left leg all the way back into our three-legged dog. And from here, we're gonna bend the left knee to open the hip and stepping the left foot to the outside of the right leg, coming into our wild thing, reaching the left arm all the way back, opening the chest, come high onto the left toes. And slowly lower left hand back down, reaching the left leg up, three-legged dog. And I'm bringing the knee across the body to the right elbow. Step the leg through and come into your fallen triangle. Right arm reaches back, lift the hips, open the chest. Deep inhale here. And with the exhale, lowering the right palm down and sweeping the left leg all the way back and up, three-legged dog. Inhale. And exhale, step the left foot between the palms, lower the right knee down, untuck the right toes, and we're back in our Anjaneyasana on the left side. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling. And from here, we're now gonna bring the right fingertips down into the mat next to us. If that's too much, you can also bring the right hand onto the hip and reach the left arm up and over to the right, finding a side stretch. And inhale through center over to the left fingertips down or onto the hip. Right arm reaches alongside the right ear, stretching deeply into the side. Try to draw the right hip down. And inhale back through center, reaching the arms up. And exhale, bring the fingertips down into the mat and shift the hips back, coming into our half split. Straightening the left leg, flexing the left foot. Last inhale in here. And with the exhale, rebend the left knee and we'll move into a low lunge back bend. So bring the palms together, releasing the index finger and crossing the thumbs. And from here, draw a big circle all the way up and over, looking to your palms and reaching the fingertips back as if you're pointing to something behind you, but try to keep the hips forward, so soften the right hip actively forward while reaching the arms back, as if we're leaning over a ball behind us. So with every inhale, lift the chest up, reach the fingers back. With the exhale, sink the hips forward. And then we're gonna slowly rise all the way back up, bring the fingers down into the mat, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee up, and step the right foot forward, meeting the left. Inhale for our halfway lift, lengthen your spine, and exhale to fold, bring the head down. Inhale, let's rise all the way up, palms to touch, and exhale, bend your elbows, cactusing the arms and open your chest, slight bend in the knees, full breath in here, and exhale to stand up tall, palms together, and folding all the way down, bring the head down. Inhale, halfway lift to lengthen, and exhale, palms down into the mat, and let's step the left foot all the way back, lower the left knee down and untuck the toes. And we're rising all the way up, Untitled, moving into our side stretch from here. So we're starting with the left side, bring the left fingertips down into the mat or onto your hip, and reach the right arm alongside the right ear, stretching into the right side body while melting the left hip forward. And inhale back through center. Exhale, let's lean over to the right fingertips down, left arm alongside the left ear. And inhale back to center, bring the fingertips down into the mat to shift the hips back, half split, half Hanumanasana, straighten that right leg and flex into the right foot. And while we're in this pose, a little reminder that you are so much more capable of what you think you are, and there's so much more potential within you than you're even aware of. So I really want to encourage and empower you to do more things that challenge you and that you're maybe scared of and that you think you cannot do, because I promise you there's so much more within you than you think there is. But yeah, let's rebend the right knee now to move into our low lunge back bend from here. And don't forget, you can always double up your mat if there's any sensitivity in your left knee. Let's bring the hands into our Kali Mudra grip. So releasing the index fingers, crossing the thumbs and drawing a big line onto the ceiling, reaching the fingers back while melting the hips forward and down. So again, with every inhale, think of lifting the chest and reaching back. And with the exhale, sinking the hips down, leaning over that imaginary ball behind you, full breath in. And with your next exhale, slowly coming out of the pose, bringing the fingers down into the mat, tuck the left toes, lifting the left knee up and sweeping the right leg all the way up and back into our three-legged dog. Bend the right knee and step the right foot to the outside of the left leg. Wild thing, opening the chest, reach the right fingers back, inhale, And exhale, right palm down, right leg reaches up. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the right knee across the body and then straighten the right leg, placing the right foot down, open your chest, reach the left arm back for our fallen triangle. One breath here. Exhale, lower the left palm down, sweep the right leg up one more time. Inhale. And with the exhale, bring the right shin all the way down into the mat, setting up for our half pigeon pose. Making sure the left leg is extended long behind and that the left hip is drawing forward. We'll do some Cobra Rolls from here, so come high onto your fingertips and then lift the chin and chest up. Inhale. With the exhale, start to roll all the way forward and down, head lowers last. Inhale to rise all the way up again, lift the chin up, and exhale to roll forward. 2 more like that. Inhale in, and exhale, waterfalling all the way down. Last time, inhale to lift, and with the next exhale, we're gonna lower all the way down, so coming to our sleeping pigeon, bringing the forehead down into the mat. We're gonna move into our mermaid and king pigeon pose next. And what I want you to keep in mind here is that it might not work out right away that we get into this pose. For me, especially the king pigeon pose took so long, so much practice until I was able to achieve it. And it's not about getting into the full pose right away, but it's about committing to the process of working towards the pose and committing to just improving, because there's simply no better feeling than making progress and realizing, oh, I'm better at it now than I used to be because I put in the work. And that's true not just for any yoga pose, but for anything in life that you set your mind to that you want to achieve. Because if you set your mind to it and if you work for it, you're gonna get there 1000% sure. So let's now slowly rise up and bring the right heel in a little bit closer for a better balance. And then we're gonna bend the left knee and get hold of the left foot and slide the left foot into your elbow crease. If it ever gets too much or too difficult, just pause wherever you are. From here, you can reach the right arm up, bend the elbow and interlace your fingers behind the head, so making that bind with your arms, and kicking the left foot actively into your elbow to open the chest, finding your mermaid pose. One more breath in, and with the exhale, release and grab the left foot from the outside with the thumb pointing down. And from here, you can rotate your elbow all the way up, holding onto your toes and bringing the foot towards your head. Last step would be to drop the head back. This is our full king pigeon pose. Slowly release the foot back down, coming out of the pose. Bring the palms down into the mat. Tuck the left toes under to sweep the right foot all the way back into our 3-legged dog, maybe shaking it out a little bit, and lowering the right foot back down into our down dog. And we're gonna move straight to the left side. So inhale, reach the left leg up, open the hip and step the left foot to the outside of the right leg for our wild thing. Lift the hips up, reach the left arm back, inhaling in here. Exhale, plant the left palm back down and sweep the left leg all the way up again. And from here, left knee to the right elbow across the body, straighten the left leg, come into your fallen triangle, reach the right arm up and back, opening the chest, lift the hips, inhale, and exhale, right palm down, left leg all the way up and back. And from here, we're gonna bring the left knee into the chest and lower the left shin down for our half pigeon pose. Extend the right leg long behind and find your setup here, coming onto the fingertips for our rolling cobras. Inhale, lift chin and chest, and exhale, slowly lower down, head lowers last. Inhale to roll all the way up, and exhale, water falling down. 2 more. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Last time. Inhale, lifting up, And exhale, we're gonna melt all the way down, folding over the left shin and bringing the forehead down into the mat for our sleeping pigeon, stretching into the left outer hip. And one more thing onto the King Pigeon pose. How I actually learned it was with the help of a strap. So I can really recommend. I don't have a strap right now in this video with me, but if you have, or like a scarf or something like that, or a towel, you can always grab that to bring that around your foot when you're attempting the King Pigeon pose, so your arm is a little bit longer. Okay, let's try it on the right side, lifting up, bringing the left heel in a little bit closer so we have a better balance, and then bending the right knee, getting hold of the right foot and either staying here or bringing the right foot to the inner elbow crease of the right arm and reaching the left arm up and behind the head to interlace your fingers, making that bind with your arms for our mermaid pose. Kicking the right foot into your arm to open the chest. Inhale and exhale, release, and grab the right foot now from the outside with the right hand and rotate the right elbow up. And you can also bring the left arm up, walking it down onto the right wrist to bring both hands onto your foot, and from here the foot to your head. And another way I want to show you of what you can practice if the full pose is not accessible, so just work on that rotation. So if the right hand is on the foot, try to just bring the elbow up and down. So just easing into the right shoulder here, working on that flexibility. And now let's release the right foot down, plant the palms down into the mat, tuck the right toes to bring the left foot all the way back into our downward facing dog. Maybe you want to pedal it out a bit, releasing any tension. Let's together take a full breath in through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale out. And slowly bend your knees and bring the knees all the way down into the mat, hips onto the heels. We're gonna shift the hips now to the right and extend the left leg long to the side and bring the right foot to the inner left thigh, setting up for a side bend. Bring the left palm or the left forearm down next to the left leg and reach the right arm alongside the right ear towards the left foot, relaxing the head. And inhale to rise back up. Bring the right palm behind you into the mat and sweep the left arm from left to right. Lift the hips up, reach the left arm back, opening the chest. And slowly lowering the hips back down into the mat and rotating the whole upper body towards the left leg. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, fold over the left leg for Janu Shirshasana, stretching deeply into the left hamstring and trying to minimize any rounding in the spine. So it doesn't matter how deep you can get here, it's more important to find length in the spine and focusing on the feeling of the stretch. And let's slowly lift back up and come back into our kneeling position, hips onto the heels. And we're gonna switch sides, so bring your hips now to the left and extend the right leg long to the side. Bring the left foot to the inner right thigh and then plant the right palm or the right forearm down on the inside of the right leg and sweep the left arm alongside the left ear towards the right foot, stretching into your side body, relaxing the head, the neck. With the next inhale, let's slowly rise back up and plant the left palm behind you into the mat. Sweep the right arm from right to left and lift the hips up. Reach the right arm back. Open your chest. Full breath in. And exhale to slowly lower the hips back down into the mat. Rotate towards that extended leg. Sit up tall. Reach your arms up. Inhale in. And exhale, folding forward down with Shirshasana, stretching into our right hamstring. Deep inhales in and full exhales out. And we're gonna slowly lift back up, coming out of the pose. Bend your right knee and come back into your kneeling position. Hips back onto the heels. Let's do some counter stretching for the back bending. Interlace your palms behind the spine and reach the arms away from you, lifting the chin and chest up. And from here, bring your forehead down into the mat and lift the hips up, reaching the arms forward to stretch into the shoulders and round the spine, rolling onto the crown of the head and really rounding here. And slowly release the grip of your hands and lift back up. Move your hips to one side and bring your legs in front, keeping the knees bent, and then wrapping the forearms behind your knees. And then find a full rounding in your spine and bring your forehead onto the knees, rounding the head, the neck, letting go of any tension in the spine. And release your arms from behind the legs. Cross your ankles, coming to our easy cross-legged seat. Hands resting on the knees, maybe rolling the shoulders up and down. Taking a moment to close your eyes. Bringing all awareness inwards. Reminding yourself of that crazily deep potential that's all within you. And then bring your hands in front of the heart. Bow your forehead to your fingertips. Thanking yourself for taking the time to practice. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for choosing to practice with me. I really hope you enjoyed this practice. I always love to hear your feedback, so just leave it in the comments down below. Also, if there's something you wish more of, or whatever it is. And if you are not a subscriber to my channel yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right here so you'll practice with me hopefully soon again. I can't wait for that. Of course, if you want to do some more yoga right now, you can try any of my other videos. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day or your evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.